Saturday, 1651, 18 seconds, year 2022, 6-month, June 25 day. Alright, listen up, motherfuckers. That's what we got going on down here. Hold on, brother needs to slip a glove here. Hold on now. Brother needs to... What the fuck? Get the fuck off here, motherfucker. Motherfucker looking to retrospect the action. Alright, we got this motherfucker. The idea was to get the lower control arm so it's somewhat loose. So we loosened up this bolt over here. We loosened this one up over here. A little bit of a gap right there. You see that? We took these bolts, we removed these bolts, and we loosened. Those were the first ones we loosened to attempt it because we were just wanting to get to the back bolt back here. Anyway, the back of this motherfucker looks like this. The back of the motherfucker looks like that. Because here's a junkyard one right here. Now that's what it looks like going there. And then this only slips on one way. It's got a wide mouth and a smaller mouth. Of course, the wide mouth fits up on the wide dick. You gotta put the wide dick on that way. And then you put your slide fucker like that. Goes that way. Because that's where all your markings line up with the rubber jicklets. And then that bolt goes right there. That goes on like that. Now this thing right here, when you remove these, more than likely this bushing in here is fucked. Reason I know that is because I've played with the motherfucker. I had the fucker down there playing around with the bitch when I'd be tearing this fucker apart, replacing axles and whatnot. So I jiggled it and it was loose right there. Now how did it get loose? That's because these fucking struts are too fucking long for the fucking car. So I had to fucking cut all the fucking metal up in it where the holes in the bolts go, just to get them to go fucking straight. That was many years ago. Many fucking years ago. Back 2002. So anyway, that kind of prevented, I started playing around with angle now. Because now I could adjust the angle of the wheel going back and forth, sideways with the car. When you look at the car going like this, I could get the wheel to come out like that, or I could get it all the way in. Get it any way I wanted it. But I didn't get straight for many years. And on purpose, because I was experimenting. Experimenting with tread wear and all kinds of shit. But anyway, that's how I figured that fucker went out, that the bushing went out. It's all just an assumption now. But more than likely, probably that. Now, when we pull it off and we get the bushing off and we look at it and we see if it's not worn out and shit like that, we might say to ourselves, well, plan B, whatever the fuck. But anyway. Now the object to this is to replace it without pulling all the shit out of it and unloosen all the bolts. Then have to fucking pry everything back together just to get the bolts back in the bolt holes and all that other shit. So I'm looking to lower this fucker, get it where I can lower it and get behind there so I can get the fucking breaker bar right here and break this fucking nut that goes on here somehow. And if we can't get it broke, then I'm just gonna have to pull the whole motherfucker off, bring it over here, stuff it up under the wheel like this, because that's how I broke this one right here. Just stuff it up under the wheel right there to keep it from moving. Put the foot on it and break it with the bar right here. Anyway, and we've been getting noise on the streets. It'd be clanking all of a sudden, clank, 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 clank. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I've been under this fucking car a lot lately, and I know it's fucking for sure as fuck I torqued every fucking last fucking bolt down. I don't leave no fucking loose bolts. But anyway, so, you know, these rotors right here are very, very used. So they're, you know, they're kind of thin. So I think what's going on, because they're thin, is they're not thick enough to hold a full set of pads in this thing. And so what's going on is this whole caliper is loose. You can hear it. It shakes back and forth. You can especially probably see it right here. Anyway, but that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal at all. That fucker could be shaking worse than that. What's most important is that all the bolts are secure that holds the whole housing on. Now, what has probably worn down is the axle inside here. This is the main pivot point. That's the main pivot. That's pretty much where the shake is coming from, is right there. 'Cause that's the only thing holding this whole caliper on, is that shaft inside there that goes inside the housing. Yeah, I'm not going to remove it right now. I already removed it and expected it. So, you know, if you're watching the video, you just get in there and remove it yourself. If this video gives you ideas for all the problems in life that you're having. You'll just have to get in there and dig right in and see if you can figure it out. Because that's how I figured shit out. I had to get in there and just dig right in. And I don't think it's going to be no different from you. And if I got to hold your fucking hand for you, then you ain't going to get strong for yourself. You see what I'm saying? And besides, there's plenty of YouTube videos to help people that need a helping hand to have their hand held. And yes, I am one of them that have watched many YouTube videos and got many helping hands. But I'm not going to fucking force you to go watch YouTube videos. That's on your ass. The only ones that get forced to watch videos are those that are in prison. And if they don't open their eyes, they'll sew the fuckers open and force your ass to look at a video. So if you've got to go to prison to be able to watch a video to figure out what's going on, that's on you. And hey, prison is a wonderful place to learn, or jail, or the pen, or whatever, you know, all the different levels that there are to get locked up. So, you know, that's not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It just is what it is, isn't it? Look, there's a squirrel over there. He's inspecting the tree over there. See that tree? Look at that squirrel. I'm ready to jump. I'm sneaking up on something. Look out. he's practicing his tiger prowl or his cat prowl. Look at that. He said, I ain't practicing, fucker. I ain't no doctor. He said, I just prowling. Look at that. Motherfucker sneaking up on a nut. He's ready to attack a nut. Hide behind a tree, bitch. Don't get too close to my ass. I ain't no Hollywood fucking star, fuckhead. You just let me get closer, she, or whatever. I'd have to get around and see if we can get the squirrel to lift his tail and bend over for us. That way we can see if it has nuts or a pussy. Where'd you go, bro? Sister? Where you at? Where the fuck? That motherfucker's hiding. Motherfucker's hiding good now. You can't even figure out where the motherfucker went. See, sneak around the back of the car, maybe. This has all got me intrigued now. Where the fuck? That motherfucking squirrel done disappeared. Where the fuck? What the fuck? Holy shit. Squirrel done disappeared out of fucking thin fucking air. Maybe he climbed the tree somehow and shimmied up to fucking... What the... Is this a fucking hologram we're living? Shit just disappears out of thin air. One can only wonder. I call this the fucking extraterrestrial teamed up with fucking political clones system we're living in. With all their fucking hidden technology and shit. Playing all kinds of mind games with everyone. Anyway, I know exactly who to go to whenever the mind games start. I know exactly who to go to. And it ain't any of the humans out here. I don't get in no confrontation with no fucking human whatsoever. I cussed the motherfucking invisible motherfucker out. The invisible motherfucker. That's the motherfucker controlling all of us. I cussed that fucker out. That fucker. That fucker. So, as hard as it is, if there's people around me, you know, I had to train to direct yelling at someone. I had to train myself to not yell at them, but to yell at this extraterrestrial bully fuck. That fucker. Because that's the fucker that don't want to be exposed, and the fucker's hiding all the fucking time. So this is my way of unhiding that bitch fucker. Unhiding that bitch fucker. Because I figure the more people that hear what's going on, they might put two and two together also. Start exposing that bitch fucker. Who's got all us running around fighting each other like a bunch of blind fuckers. That's the way I figure it. That's the story I got. But don't believe me, it's just a story. Anyway, here we are. We're at this wheel, at this car maintenance or wherever the fuck repair. So we're going to play around with that. And we shall speak to you later. Yeah.